Yeah, I'm fixing it right now. Give me one
Yeah,
second.
same thing. You good? Just let me know when you good.
You see me now?
Yeah, you good.
What's going on with you?
With the fresh cut. Nah,
How's everything?
nah. First off, I want to thank you. I appreciate you. You got a whole virtual tour going on for anybody that don't know. You're doing a bunch of interviews, a bunch of press, state to state, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of different hosts. So I appreciate you making me a part of, what you got going on.
I appreciate you having me.
I mean, so Billionaire Burke, like I said, it says right there, Clear the Air just dropped at midnight. New EP.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So first off,
Yes,
like
sir.
what?
Brand new. God, I'm listening. A brand new EP, something I was working hard on through quarantine.
Was this a planned project that you were going to drop during quarantine, or just like you were in the house, and you're like, let me put out some new music?
I was in the house and like, let me put out some music. It wasn't so much that, something that was planned out, but it came out like it was planned out.
Yeah, and I gotta commend you because at a time a lot of artists are trying to figure out how to market or push their music. You came up with this idea to do all these tours, all these interviews.
Yeah, I mean, right now a lot of people can't figure out what to do exactly anyway because either fan base purposes or just lack of knowledge of actually how to get something off. But a lot of these artists actually was just lazy. Lazy. But most of the ones who wasn't, you see who they were. You seen a lot of the people who was working. Well, I seen a lot of the people who was working.
Do you think this time period right now is going to separate a lot of who's working and who's not? You're saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's going to separate who's working, who's not. It's also going to separate who got bullshit work, who got bullshit music.
Word. And not only did the EP drop last night, you dropped the video for Dead Game yesterday too, right?
Yeah. Had to. I had to drop that. I had to give him some visionary to what's going on. Whoopty was already out, so I was like, you know what? Dead Game, I think, is really going to be like a standalone off the album. So people are really jack that. So we're going to go with Dead Game, and then I'm about to give y'all a real big theatrical one when I make Belly. So stay tuned for that.
You got to use the movie at all for an idea for it? Because you're saying theatrical. First thing I think of Belly, theatrical. Obviously, I think of the movie Belly.
It has 60% of the actual Belly movie in the video.
Where'd you shoot Dead Game at? Because you're out of Atlanta right now, right? But you're from
actually, I got back from Atlanta today. I'm in New York right now.
Oh, okay. You came back just to do this, or are you back here for good?
Nah, I'm back for a week or so. I'm back for a week or so. I gotta actually go to LA, but I got a few things to do. Trying to maneuver as best as I can, with the circumstances that is going on.
Yeah. Nah, it's good that you're still finding different ways to travel throughout, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that, and I'm trying to give y'all the best product, I got a big new EP I'm about to drop, especially right after I just dropped yesterday. I had another EP I'm about to drop, so I want to fine tuning it right now. I can't give you full details, but I'll give you this. I remade two songs, I remade two songs with two samples, and I'm just trying to get the fine tune on it right now. I already did my part. I'm just trying to get the fine tune on it.
Wait, so you're getting ready to drop another EP, even though this one just dropped?
I'm gonna get y'all something in July.
Are you just trying to keep applying pressure? Do you feel like fans run through the music so fast? What is the idea behind just pumping it out so fast?
You get bored, first of all. I feel like you get bored. I feel like right now, I feel like this deluxe shit is bullshit to me. Everybody, got a deluxe. Nah, you just had a whole bunch of songs that you didn't add on the album. You just put it on there. Trying to run it up, trying to get your numbers up. I'm giving you two different complete textures on this. This right here, Clear the Air is aggressive. This next thing I'm gonna give you is I don't want to say it's soft. I don't want to say it's soft. I want to say it's more melodic. I'm gonna go with more melodic, and it's more feel good, like summer vibes.
Yeah, I was gonna say this album was more. You had the drill theme to it.
Yeah, this one is like you could dance. This is like, all right, dance. This one is like dance, but this is like party dance, I guess. Like party dance, like where everybody's doing like, the twirl, or you know what I'm saying? They're doing like the Fabio dance or whatever. They're doing stuff like that. But this one is gonna be more like twerk and
Which do you prefer though? Which do you prefer creating? Do you prefer like the more melodic, the drill?
What do I prefer? That's a good question. I feel like the drill, I get a lot of shit off my chest. But I feel like with like trap or with like ratchet music, it's like more fun. So it's like I think it's a perfect storm. I think it's a perfect balance. I just don't like them when they go on the same albums though.
And so you named this EP Clear to Air. So was there a reason Clear to Air that you named it that title?
Yeah, because if you even look at the cover, being from New York, everybody kept saying, "Oh, New York is the main focal point of this pandemic. New York is the main focal point of this pandemic." It was going crazy on New York. I'm like, wow, what the hell? Why y'all going so crazy? So there's like, oh, New York this, New York that. And then when you look and you think about it, you're like, wait a minute. How's New York the focal point of, you know what I'm saying, said pandemic? Thought about it. I said, President lying. This shit been here since like October, November. Then you start thinking about what's going on around the city around October, November. November in New York, we have the Thanksgiving Day Parade. December in New York, in November, we have the Christmas tree. Everybody comes to where? Said Christmas tree. Then after that, you have the Macy's Day Parade for the Christmas. Then you have the ball drop. So now you figuring out, why is everybody sick in New York? We sick because y'all done all came here and made us sick. So I was like, nah, we gotta clear the air. We're gonna clear the air. We're gonna make this, bigger than, oh, this is just because it felt like Trump went from the Chinese virus, the China virus, to everybody saying it's the New York virus inside, you know what I'm saying, inside the United States. I'm like, nah, it's not just that we just got it, like we just outside chilling with it. Nah, people came here for a lot of activities. You know what I'm saying? I was surprised it wasn't Miami. Super Bowl was in Miami. So I was surprised. Grammys was in LA. So I'm surprised that, it ain't spread like big like there, but they gave it to New York. So we just gonna clear the air for New York. New York is already a high aggressive spot anyway, as it is.
So okay. And I want to say too, like, again, back to the cover, it's a lot of symbolism, obviously, with the face mask. And not only, like, I'm sure you created this beforehand, but even where you got the city on fire in here, it's New York, but you're seeing Minneapolis right now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when you look back on this cover, just to look back on it, it's hitting on a few key things that were important during this time. Obviously, the stuff with George Floyd. And I'm sure you didn't create this with that in mind because it was beforehand. It just happened to fall together, With that fire.
It was way before. It was way before. We was the city on fire.
Yeah.
They like, oh, New York is a hot spot for this virus. So I was like, whoa, chill. What y'all talking about? We out here. We chilling. We out here. We social distancing. We staying in the house. We, as you can see, just by even, good point too. Even with the cop killing, what I'm saying, this black man, right? New York, they tried to protest. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, Union Square.
Like, we tried to protest. New York police don't play. Like, NYPD will bust your skull. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point where they just started wilding out here. But in Minneapolis, they was able to set the town on fire. They will never allow that to happen in New York. They will never allow that. They will never allow, like, Pataki was our governor. Spitzer was our governor. Like, they will never allow that. You know what I'm saying? You got Cuomo. You got Andrew Cuomo, whose father was Mario Cuomo. They're not allowing that. They're not allowing you to just tear this city up. If they catch you doing anything in the city, they're going to fix you. They're going to fix you up nice. So it's like the city right here was already on fire now. And I just like, rest in peace to the young man that passed away. I feel like that just was like, that's just terrible timing. I feel like it's just a bit like bad news on top of bad news on top of bad news. Now you got more people out turn on Instagram. It's more police you having to fight. And you know what? To be honest, I've been fighting police since I was a teenager. So it's like when does it end? You know, they punch you in your head, break their hand, and say you assaulted them. How do you break one's hand if they weren't attacking you and hitting you? It just don't make no sense. Like there's I think more people need to speak up on this situation, especially of people of color been speaking up on it, but people who say, oh well, I'm not part of that system, they need to speak up on it too and be like, yo, you know what? This is some bullshit. We're gonna stop this all together.
No, yeah. I completely agree. And I feel like if I'm tired of seeing it and I'm not even the person who goes through it, like I can't imagine you're saying what people of color or black people feel like, you know what I'm saying? So I always make it a point to try to say what I can, even when I can, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, if I'm tired of it and I'm seeing it, I'm not even being involved in it, you know what I'm saying? I can't even imagine, you know?
I mean, it's a daily topic. I mean, it's so funny. We went from Corona to now police brutality. So it's like, well, we ain't kill enough of y'all with this shit. We gonna kill y'all with this shit. Because
yeah, it's sad.
Very sad.
But that's why then when I saw the album cover, I'm like, I know he didn't do this. Obviously, it wasn't on purpose. But then I'm like, yo, just thinking about what it represents. And if I was to look at this cover 10 years from now, you know, like, what you could look back and see off the symbolism of this cover and just like the state of America in 2020, it kind of hits on a lot of key things, you know?
The town is burning, man. The town is burning. Like, I've been saying the town is burning since 5. Like, if you go look at my video for 5, the town is on fire. Like, I swear to you, I promise you, I put that video out a year and a half ago. If you go back and look at my video 5, or everything that's happening in the last week happened in that 5 video. People was burning churches, mine sheds, white man hung from a tree. Like, it was a lot going on. Like, black boy burnt on a cross. That whole video 5 is whole symbolism of what's been happening in the last 2 weeks. I promise you. Go look at the date that it was released. Go look at the date that the video was shot on, everything. You'll be like, God damn, like a year and a half ago, a year and a half ago, I dropped this video because it ain't nothing changed. It just rotates itself. This shit is not like it's not like a new episode. It's just new people as casting in a role.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate, honestly. Like, but that's why like I said, just back to the album. And yeah, man, it's sad, man. But like, you know, like, I feel like when people are still putting out music and things like that, and even for myself, with us being locked in the house through the pandemic, you know, music is essential. You know, music is helping a lot of us get through these times, you know. And even as an artist, being able to still represent what you want to represent and, you know, craft and express yourself during these times is important, you know?
Yeah, I mean, just don't make no bullshit right now. Don't tell me what you got. I don't care about what you got right now. Like, I don't care. All right, cool. Oh, I got the new this. I just bought that. I just bought this. I just did this and I just did that. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Half the people can't pay their bills. Half the people can't find sitters to go to work. That's essential workers. Half the people that's essential workers are scared to come home because they're scared to give it to their family. Half the people can't. Something so simple, some simple shit. I like French toast sticks from Burger King. You can't even get that shit nowadays because it just, trucks is not even bringing the stuff in. Like, it's just like, don't tell me about what you got. Tell me about what's going on in your real life. Like, because you're not just balling right now. Everybody, yeah. No one. Unless you Jeff Bezos, that's the only person I want to hear talking about he balling right now. Everybody else, shut up. Because Jeff made some money. Jeff found the way to make some money while this was going on. He made a whole lot of it. Know how I know? Because when I was out in the streets, all I seen, every building, especially every like industrialized building, like big grand buildings, every time I walked in there, Amazon trucks was pulling up with a whole bunch of stuff. I said, where's people getting all this money? Everybody's supposed to be broke. 7 point something million people filed for unemployment. Then it turned to 13 point something million people filed for unemployment. Where the fuck is y'all spending all this money at from? To go to Amazon. But boy, oh boy, he getting that check.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. So in the next album, then you're going to work on it. Are you going to touch on like a lot of these subjects? Or you saying?
The next album is more so it's subjects, but I don't want to make it too far into subjects because it's coming out in like 2-3 months, and sometimes you don't want to. You kind of want to time capsule it, so it's like, all right, this was what happening with this was happening with this, so it's going to be, it's more of a lighter side. This, like I said, it's aggressive time, so that's why I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see how the waters navigate right now to figure out what to use and what not to use by July.
So when you're creating your music, you create it pretty much close to when it's dropping. Like you don't hold on to music.
Nah, I don't want to hold on to it. I get the skeleton. I get the skeleton of the project done, and then I fill it in. Like, all right, the closer it gets, I fill it in so it could be newer. It could be fresher. You don't want no cold McDonald's fries, do you?
Nah, funny as hell. And so this album was pretty much produced, though. Clear the Air was produced by pretty much one person, right? Cool Dre. I think I saw one other song had a couple other producers, but
Cool Dre did 5 of the songs. A young boy out of the UK, his name is Mads. Mads and Swerve, they co-produced Dead Game. He's real up and coming. I think he's like 16 years old.
Oh wow.
Young Mads. He's from the UK. And then a kid from my block, a kid from Johnson Projects, he moved to California. My man Trip Levine, he did Broke Nightmares. But other than that, everything else was Cool Dre. Cool Dre pretty much executive produced everything.
Wow. So how do you link up with you said Young Mads, right? You say he's 15? And
yeah, he like 15
so how did that link up happen?
What happened with Mads was I had dropped a song called Whoopty. And when I dropped Whoopty, my A&R Bobby Fisher from Empire, he had posted it on his stories, I guess, and the guy hit him up like, yo, this kid's fire, I want to work with him. And he sent me, I think, 2 beats, and I listened to the beats, and I went to the studio the very next day. But I felt like Dead Game was more like laid back in pocket drill, like, ooh, this is laid back, and I didn't feel like it had like hype, like excitement to it, like Whoopty. Whoopty was more jump around. I felt like this was more laid back, like, oh, this is a different side of it. I laid it down and I sent it back to Bob and him, and he was like, yo, I really like it. And he was like, I'm ready. I was like, all right, I'm ready too. Let's go.
Yeah, it's crazy how much these UK producers have their hand on the New York drill sound right now.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna work with him again. I'm gonna work with him again. Him, Swerve, and Axel. I'm gonna work with them. I like this sound.
You have a song?
I like Mad sound because it's more laid back. Axel got more like excitement beats.
You got a song?
Swerve's just in pocket. You could just wherever you go anywhere with Swerve. So it's good. It's dope.
That's fire, yeah. Do you got a song with Axel?
Nah, I'm working on I'm cooking.
Oh, okay. You over there?
I just came from cooking. I just did some songs. Me and Cool Dre just did some songs actually. Just trying to figure out where he fit at. I got stuff I'm just aligning things. Sometimes you buy a bunch of stuff from the supermarket and you just wait and see when you're gonna cook it.
Yeah, Whoopty felt like the album, saying the song off the album, off the EP, that was, like you said, more jump, more bounce around, more like in the club, just wild out.
Yeah, Whoopty definitely was like, Whoopty happened because I went to the club and there was a bunch of Crip music being played. And I was like, wow, like, there's no blood music being played. And that's how Whoopty honestly was made. It ain't even me making it up or nothing. It was just a bunch of Crip music being played. I went to the club in New York. I hadn't been to the club in New York, and they just played so much Crip music, but the music was good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Pop Smoke had Welcome to the Party, and he had Dior. I was like, damn, this shit is good. Like, it was good. Like, it was good. Like, it It wasn't no bullshit. Then Big Drip was at the time. Big Drip was playing in the clubs. I'm like, oh, like these guys got the city like moving like, and it looked like it was a fight about to break out, but it wasn't. It was everybody just was dancing. And I was like, all right. I started doing my homework. I started seeing Chef G, Sleepy Hollow, even Tutu. I seen Tutu, but like in a club, like the club setting, like who I heard was popping Fabio, and I was like, oh, I want to go out and when I come back to my city, I want to hear something that represents me and who I am and, you know, my side of things. So I made Whoopty.
No word. And like you said, like almost everybody you just named from Brooklyn. So you representing Harlem, you feel that's important because it doesn't seem like, well, at least in the drill sound, there's not a lot of people coming out of Harlem. It's a lot, you know, mostly Brooklyn right now.
There's people here. They're just trying to, you know, they're trying to bust out the scene. You know, Brooklyn is more like leapfrog. They all know each other. Or they kind of got like like a brotherhood going on down there. You know, if you really look at it, Bobby and Rowdy, and then when Bobby and Rowdy was done and got in a situation on a come home, you had Fetty Luciano was Rowdy's little brother. Then he jumped out, and then you had standout dudes like Jeezy Moolah. Then you had dudes like, you know, the Floss dudes, all Pop and his boys. You know, Pop got on. Now his man Ross Swish is on, and Fabio's on, and now you got Customado. Like these dudes are all like, it's like leapfrog. They all one go, next go. It's like a big clip, and they just shooting it. Whoever's the next one out, they going. So I respect them boys. Shout out them boys and Free the Nine.
And you have, speaking of like you said, like the brotherhood and stuff like that, you have like people, artists underneath you, right?
Yeah. I got a pop star. Actually, I got a real big pop artist. I did a joint venture with Atlantic Records for her. Her name is Raish. She's like different. If you like Adele, if you like Amy Winehouse, but look like a Sade, that's what my artist is. Like in a gumbo pot, like freckles, voice like an angel. Like you just wouldn't understand. You'll be like, "Whew, this is crazy." Her name is Raish. Her Instagram is my name. My name is Raish, Raiche. And if you go look her up on like YouTube, everything is Raiche. She's just way different. I promise you. If you hear her once, you just gonna be like, nah, I see what you I see the direction. And then after that, that's for my situation I got with my partner Khalid for GDE. After that, I really got my producer, Cool Dre. Cool Dre also raps, so it's like it's a no-brainer. I'm just trying to get the door edged open good enough to where he could get through. Not good enough to where he could get through by doing nothing, but good enough to where he could get through by doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you separate the two, like focusing on your projects and your works, and also trying to help them along?
It's kind of easy. For Cool Dre really goes off in his own world and record himself, and he makes his own beats. I'm just trying to get him a little bit out of just doing his own beats and go deal with other sounds and other people and build relationships. That's like I'm trying to get him a little bit more business savvy. With Raish is like a well-oiled machine, I guess I would say. Like my partner Lid, he just puts everything together. He finds the right songs. You know, he definitely one of the greatest marketers of this time. People ain't gonna know it till about 10 years from now, no, but he's one of the greatest marketers. Like his sell pitches is different than everybody else. He knows who to sell to. Like he's really a great connoisseur of business and business strategies. So yeah, like it's a total different aspect where like just well-oiled machine. Like it's like a Ford Motors. I would say is the best way to describe Raish. Like it's an assembly line. You know, the song's written, and then she'll go in and do her part to it, and then then it's produced and sung like with our producer Bridgetown. Shout out Bridge. And they just go in there and they knock it out. And then my the president of my company, Sean. He'll go over there and just listen. He'll do an overview of the song and fill in the pockets. And then you got Ava and Casey. Those are the writers. And it's a well-oiled machine. By the time you know it, it looked like it's just one person, but it's like a lot of people that makes that machine just work the way it need to work to the time. By the time it gets to Atlantic Airs, it done touched so many hands. It done did this. Like, it
Yeah, it
had
sounds
the,
like you built like a whole like a good like team over there.
yeah, it's like, it's teams on both sides. Like, her team is like, it's like wine squeezes. It's like everybody's just moving like this, trying to make sure they make the best wine. And on my side, you got my team. You got my manager, Enrique. You got my publicist, Carolyn. You got my brand manager, Garv. Like, you got Cool Dre, the Cool God. You know what I'm saying? He's me and him going in over sounds and stuff. It's like, it's my camera guy, Petey. It's a lot of us. It ain't just me. Like, I'm just the face. But when you got to go through it, you know what I'm saying? But awards accepted, I'm the dude like, man, I don't even want to go to get the award. Send them, because the humbleness to know that you couldn't do this shit by yourself. You can't. It's impossible.
Or nah, yeah, it sounds like you built everything up right to get things moving, not just for yourself, but for like, anyone that comes along after you, like that's part of your, team. And you did this album with Empire, right?
Yeah, I did this one with Empire. I did my last one with Empire too.
How did you end up with Empire?
I met my A&R Bob on a plane coming back from All-Star Weekend like 2-3 years ago. And we got mutual relationships. Remember, I already had a situation at Atlantic, so he knows my A&R at Atlantic, Chris Jones, and I guess they talked, and I kept badgering him. And then I got my homeboy Jay News. He works he's real cool. He works over there at Victor. So I told my friend News, I'm like, man, just tell him I need to get this done. And then my engineer Ant, my mixer engineer Ant, he put it together. He like, yo, News, put this together. We're gonna make this a situation. And he took the music in there. He went before the A&R department. It was like, yeah, it makes sense.
Nah, word, yeah. Yeah, you need that. Sometimes you need that distribution. I don't necessarily feel that artists need a label, but sometimes having that distribution, having that extra bit of money behind it could definitely help. You know what I'm saying? I think we learned in this age you can be more independent.
You can be more independent. You you need a system. You need a system that works for you. Everything is not for everybody, And then I realize a lot of artists get rich and then complain about the label. And I'm like, yo, to be honest, put your own money up. Chris Brown owns his masters right now. Put your own money up. You know how many videos they told Chris, nah, this is too much, or Chris stopped buying Ferraris and started spending money on his craft. Now he owns a lot, in his career as a young man. Once you get over the pinnacle, the hump, spend your money in your career. Don't buy a bunch of jewelry. Don't buy a bunch of cars. As soon as the label say no to something, spend your money. You believe in it, it's yours. You believe in it. You believe in everything you did, spend your money.
Now, was this something you knew from the beginning or something that took time for you to learn yourself even?
Nah, I knew it from the beginning, trust me. When the labels tell me no, I learned that from my partner, Leg. It was like, the only way you're going to prove to them that you was right is by doing it. You can't, what you going to do? Oh, the label don't let me drop nothing. No, it's not that type of time. It's not that type of time. It's not that type of time. If you already dropped the album, and as long as you ain't spending their money because they don't believe in it, you go get it hot in the streets. Go out, go mingle with the mix show DJs. Get out, go mingle with the strip club DJs. Get out, whatever it is, the type of texture of the song that you're doing. Go mingle with that part of the business. Even if it's a pop song, go mingle. Go push your product. Like, you had to have once pushed your product enough to get the labels to believe in you. So at some point, you're gonna have to keep reminding them who you are. That's what I do.
Yeah, I saw you talking about that yesterday with Drewski about like every DJ matters, and saying the process of staying on the working and networking and not just trying to be super aggressive without nothing to back it.
Yeah, but it comes. You know what that comes from? People feel like they're entitled. You're not entitled to nothing. DJs don't owe you nothing. Yo, nobody owes you nothing. You negotiate what you sign. So, You get what you negotiated for. So if you negotiated for this and you don't get but with this part, that's what you negotiated for. So now it's cool. You know what I'm saying? They like there's a whole bunch of sheep on the land. Go kill. You gonna eat, trust me, I promise you. I promise you. You put on a good pair of running shoes, put on a crisp, clean pair of socks, and you get your ass out there and start moving. When a motherfucker see that steam get up behind you, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, okay." He went and got it hot. And when you went and got it hot, and without their help, that one shows them that listen, oh, this is different. He or she will really like go make this shit happen without us. And two, we're gonna negotiate. We're gonna renegotiate real well when it's spin around, because when I needed y'all to believe in me, y'all didn't believe in me. So now I need y'all to make me believe in y'all now, the way I believed in y'all in the beginning. So now I just showed y'all that I still believe in me, and that now y'all believe in me again. But now I need to believe in y'all again. So we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to, we're gonna negotiate.
Yeah, because now you're bringing something with proof behind it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, sometimes these artists get lazy. You can't get lazy. You can't get lazy. You got to look at this as a 10-year plan. 10-year plan. It might take you 5 years just to get in and get on. And then the first 2 years, if you do catch a spark, they love you. But them second 2 years might be hell for you. And you looking like, you know what I'm saying? How am I going to readjust? How are you going to readjust? Reinvent yourself. I mean, Jay-Z went from fucking jazz. He was calling himself first Jazzo, and it was already a Jazzy.
Yeah.
Then he turned himself to Jay-Z. Then he turned himself to Hove.
Reinvention.
You know what I'm saying? You got to turn yourself. Then and now S. Dot was there. Then it was S. Carter.
Yeah.
Now it's the Carters. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a married man. You got to reinvent yourself. You got to keep turning the wheel. Keep turning the wheel. Because at the end of the day, if you want to stay in, you can't just be on some one-sided type of shit. Like, I just came in as this and that's it. Like, you see how Wayne went from Wayne to Hot Boy to Young Money to Tunchi.
Weezy,
like,
yeah,
Weezy F. Like,
Diddy,
you better,
the P Diddy, yeah, like we see.
You better keep on turning that wheel over and over, and you better say, all right, the next time I turn this wheel, this gotta last for 2 years. Because it's only like a 2 year, like, before it used to be 5 years. Now you might be 2 years to be that person. After that, you better have a new alter ego.
So is that your goal?
See Beyonce and Sasha Fierce.
Is that kind of your goal then? Because you dropped Clear the Air, then you say you're dropping another album, another project soon again. So are you reinventing again? Like, what are you hoping that people get from this project first before going into the next one?
All right, so for instance, Rise to Greatness is like, oh shit, he really did it. Like, oh, he really went, because nobody believed I was going to do it. Oh shit, he really did it. Then Clear the Air is like, oh shit, he's doing it while shit is fucked up. Then you're going to get Refused to Fail, like, oh shit, he did it while shit is fucked up, and now it's starting to make more sense. Then you get Jet. Then you get This Is the Jet. When you get This Is the Jet, you're like, all right, he's giving us a little bit more of his backstory now. He just gave us all of what was going on to get to. He gave us all of what it took to get to this journey. This is what happened before he even got to that journey.
Oh, so you got 2 more projects lined up.
I got a few more projects lined up. I'm working.
So you really reeled the 10-year plan then.
Yeah, you got to, because if you don't have that shit, God bless you. You gotta have the plan. First of all, plan it. Because if you fail a plan, you plan to fail. But then after that, you just gotta orchestrate the plan. The plan not gonna always go the way you see it. Like, the puzzle is not perfectly cut edges of corners and shit like that. Nah, you might have to bend a couple parts and pieces to make it work. You might have to add some people. You might have to subtract some people, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You as the creator have to make the best decisions, to get the art out as best as you see it in your mind, bring it to reality. But you also have to think about, this is the music business, it's not the music art. Like, people make money off the business of the music business. So make sure you know what you're selling. You can't be selling Mermont winter coats in the summer. I mean, you can, but they want it for cheap now.
Yeah.
They want it for cheap. Very few people are going to be like, oh, you know what? I need that next winter. Fuck it. Let me buy my... No. People want Henny Coladas. They want Sea Island seafood. They want them cheap-ass $10 dresses. They want some $3 white tees. They want a pack of polo tees. They're not even thinking about the winter. Some people can't even see their life to the winter. Like, damn, I made it through the summer. Oh, okay. Fall get here. I done fucked up the whole summer. My phone case is cracked. I ain't got a hoodie and a jacket to go together. I figure it out. Just like some people just living for the day. Some people living for the season.
So do you consider yourself a businessman first or an artist first?
I started in the art, but I fell in love with the business. I'm not even gonna lie. I started in the art. The art was nearer and dearer to me in the beginning, but the business. Once I learned the business, it was like, ooh, sweet.
It's like getting a taste and understanding why you're saying a Jay-Z or Diddy, fell in line with the business after the artist as well,
Yeah, you gonna find out some real. You start finding out because people just jump in. Some people just want a way out. Like I'm just be an artist, and they really be dope. They don't even know they don't even know how to go get your label audited to find out where your money really at. Like, oh, all right, show me what y'all spend my money on. I bring my lawyer, I bring my accountant. Let's run it up. Show me where the money at. Y'all saying I owe y'all this back? Just show me where y'all spent it.
Yeah, knowledge is power.
Exactly.
Knowledge is power.
That's exactly what it is.
So we're clear to air. Do you have a favorite track off the EP?
Boom.
Boom? Belly?
Yep. Belly Boom.
How come that one stands out to you?
Because it was actually the beat for Whoopty, and I messed up when I went to the studio. I messed up when I got to the studio. I got the beats in LA. I went to the studio in Tampa, Florida, made the song, and then forgot that it was the wrong beat. So I was like, "Oh shit, the song already made." I'm not redoing the song and refixing the beat. It was too late. So when I got back, me and Cool Dre went to Atlanta, and this is right before I got sick with Corona. It was like 2 days prior to, and I was like, "Oh, let me just do this," and it just the vibe just feels good. Like that's why even when you see the video, you're gonna be like, "Damn, the video, they're like having fun, but bad shit is happening while they're having fun."
Oh wow, yeah, the Corona. I think my favorite track or one that stood out. I like Donkey Kong. And I guess that was featuring Taliban Duda and Reese Money. I don't know.
Taliban Duda. That's my little young boy. Duda 17 years old. Duda just out here having fun. If you know Duda, you know Duda just out here having like all the fun in the world right now. Real little young kid from Tampa, Florida. He's from Tampa, Florida. If I'm not mistaken, they say he got a bidding war going on. Him, Reese is from Tampa, Florida. Reese a little bit older than him, maybe 2-3 years older than him. They just like to have fun. If you meet them, they got infectious laughter, but the only problem is they just don't play. They matter. They're lovable kids that just grew up in an aggressive area where they had to be aggressive too. So, yeah.
And then
Reese.
Yeah, that was fire. That song. And then you only have one other feature was Cheeks Boss Man.
He from like close to Tampa. I can't remember the exact. I don't think he's from St. Pete. I just say he's from Tampa, but he's from across the bridge or something like that. So I can't remember exactly where he's from, but he's from the close to Tampa area. Yeah, Cheeks Boss Man. That's a big dude down there. He a go getter. He be talking that shit too. I like Cheeks.
What was the decision to use? Mostly sounds like Florida artists on this project.
I was deep down in the Florida water. When you get in that water different. That water is different when you get to Florida. Like I said, I don't want my drill to sound like everybody else's drill. I feel like it's an aggressive music, but would I have stood out if I would have came back with Fabio and Chef and Smooth L? Would I have stood out? No, I would say that's what you're supposed to do. You're from New York. But when you make a whole drill influence aggressive type music with a whole different genre of people and it still feels the same, don't it stand out more?
No, yeah, you're right. I was just wondering because like I didn't know they're from Florida, so your name is Florida. I was like, oh, that's interesting,
Yeah, it would have been too cliche. Now don't say I won't work with them other people, or I haven't, or I will not. But I just wanted something to stand alone. I wanted, you know, everybody's doing the mixture of New York. I just wanted to be somewhere else. I wanted a different texture than everybody else.
And so it sounds like you record this in like a whole bunch of different spots or a few different spots. Right, you said Florida, Atlanta.
It was Florida, Atlanta, New York, pretty
LA?
much.
No, for some reason.
LA, oh no, LA is where is the inception of Whoopty came in. What happened was I was in the LA Fitness. I was in LA Fitness up in the Hollywood area, and I'm really, really like listening to a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, these dudes, they great, they're good, they're great, they're great at the, but I felt like they wasn't really rapping, they just talking, and I'm like, all right, cool, like they can get 10 words every 2 bars. I'm like, but I can get 25 words every 2 bars and make it sound just as good. So I was like, I just got on the treadmill and I'm just running. And I'm like, I just slowed down. I called Cool Dre. I said, yo, if you don't have these type of beats for me before the end of the night, don't call my phone no more.
Damn.
By the time because you got to be aggressive with him. He'll get lackadaisical if you don't. I got off the treadmill. I made it all the way home. Before I even got to change my clothes and take a shower, he had drill beat 1, drill beat 2, drill beat 3. Drill beat 3 never got used. No. I think it might be drill beat 2 never got used. 1 and 3 got used, and 1 was Whoopty and the other was Belly Boom. And then Belly Boom is the reason why it's named Belly Boom. It was originally just named Boom. But my A&R Bob said, boom, everybody gonna have a bunch of booms. He's like, you need to stand out. So I said, okay. He said, well, what's the influence of the song? I said, it's a concept of something I seen from the movie Belly when they was just running in the spot, you know what I'm saying? And all you could hear was DMX saying, here comes the booms, here comes the booms, here comes the booms. And I was like, if you really look at the video, when the video is actually finished getting shot and edited, you'll see like, oh shit, this is kind of like a replica of this actually happening in this time. And sometimes, you know, they say art depicts real life situations, and the actual art of Belly, people don't realize it, but 3 to 4 different events that happened in real life in like the last 2-3 years happened also in Belly. And Belly is probably 20 years old and 20-something years old now.
Yeah. Damn. Time flies. But yo, Billionaire Burke, I appreciate your time. You want to let them know where you're saying what to look forward to, where to find the new project, video just dropped.
Look forward to going to get my EP now. Clear the Air. It's out everywhere. It's on SoundCloud, YouTube, Apple, Tidal, Audio Mac. Shout out Audio Mac. Audio Mac showed me mad love. So Audio Mac definitely. Spotify, your neighborhood bootlegger, your cousin who got it somewhere on fucking on what's that shit called? What's the joint that everybody used to get their music from? Wire.
LimeWire.
Yeah, your cousin probably got it on LimeWire. I don't know how he got it. Probably got it as MySpace favorite. Yeah, but you know, Billionaire Burke, everything. You go to Instagram, Billionaire Burke, Apple, Billionaire Burke, YouTube, Billionaire Burke. Everything's Billionaire Burke. Billionaire is the state of mind. Burke is my last name. I'm just trying to make sure I leave some money for my last name.
Nah, I dig it. And anybody who hasn't seen it yet, go check out Dead Gang, the video.
Immediately. And while you there, look at Whoopty. While you there, look at my slime featuring Gunna. While you there, go look up Fire. If you look up Fire, Fyee, I promise you, y'all gonna be like, damn, he shot this long ago, and this is what's going on now. Like, Fire is definitely what's going on right now.
And one more question: when's the Belly video drop?
We're still in the process with it, so I can't give you the exact date, but just know it's very soon. I just gave y'all that game. I gotta let y'all at least inhale that up for a second, and then I'm gonna give y'all 2. I'm gonna tell you the 2 I'm gonna give y'all now, just so y'all can be happy with it. I'm gonna give y'all Belly, and I'm gonna give y'all Donkey Kong. And if I see y'all really going crazy listening to more, then I'll give y'all more. If not, we're gonna get on to the next one. Refuse to fail.
That would only leave 3 tracks without a video. So you moving.
I mean, why not? I want to give people what they want to see. First of all, most of my videos is the conceptual of what exactly was going on in the song. So it's not hard for me to come up with the treatment for the video because as I'm writing the song, I'm already knowing where I'm pulling the energy from. Like, oh, most of this shit is real life. It's just what imitates the art as close to real life as possible. So I pull from this actually happening. Oh, that was that particular movie. Fire is like particularly like what's the movie from Boston? When they was robbing banks in Boston. Ben Affleck and them. The Town.
Mm.
So when you go watch Fire, you trying to figure out. You're like, yo, these dudes is robbing shit with nun mask on, and you're like, why do they have a nun? Why they have that nun uniform on with screen mask? And you're trying to figure it out, but I really can't tell you the whole concept of the video. I want y'all to go see it, but just know it's a big concept of what's going on right now.
All right, so this is the Garden State Hip Hop Hour. Once again, Billionaire Burke, I appreciate you joining me on here.
I appreciate you having me.
Yep, so everyone go check out right now, Clear the Air, and definitely we're going to keep in tune with what you're doing.
For sure, man. I'm going to keep in tune with what you're doing.
I appreciate you, my guy. I'm going to holler at you.
I have